Prairie Scraps Chalkin on Facebook, and I'm also at Prairie Scraps at Facebook as well. And so I'm just chalking Friday night. We are chalking and talking, just kind of having a good craft night. Tonight I am going to be doing a 15-inch round. Hey Brooke, good to see you. Gonna be making a round. I don't really have a purpose for it other than, actually I think I got this, if you're wanting a link to this, I don't make anything from this, but Borrowwood, I got a whole bunch of them, but they had like these odds and ends, and this one in particular was, I think, from that odds and ends. Can you see it's got kind of like a warped or bubbles on one side, but the other side looks absolutely perfect. It looks so good. It kind of reminds me of tiger wood. Do you see that? It's so pretty. So that's what we're going to be working on tonight. Don't mind my hair, and it's Friday night, you know, so having some fun. So we're going to start out, I think I'm actually going to, I was going to look for some chalk paste. Where in the world? I forgot. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. I'm going to start out and do some stripes on it. So we'll see what we could do. I don't really even have a whole plan on it. I do want to use this Hello Sunshine transfer. So we'll see how that works out. This is a 15-inch round, and I don't think that the sunshine even fits on there. So I don't know how long it has to be. I feel like spring and summer are like a commitment. What do you think? Are they too much of a commitment? It makes me feel like you can't use it for anything else. So I'm trying to decide like how long that is. That's about 4 inches. So I know I should use like tape measure. I don't even think I have that. So we'll do our best here. So I don't know if this is, there is measuring on this mat. So that should help me, right? Hey, Alyssa, good to see you. All right. So if it's 15, half of that would be 7.5. So this would be the middle, right? And for all intents and purposes, and if it's 4 inches, one, two, so you have to go 2, so 9.5 inches. Oh boy. Do what I do and not what I do what I say, not what I do. I don't know. I don't know if there's a really good way to do this. I usually eyeball these things. If you guys know me, I'm usually eyeballing. Oh, that's 10.5. 9.5 is down here. Get the right halfway mark, right? I'm kind of using my mat here to tell me, I don't know. I don't know if I've got a science to this at all. So don't, stay tuned. This might not work out. 1, 2, so it'd be 5.5 down here. Let's see if I can find that place. 5.5. Must be right here. Does that look even? That might not have turned out too bad. We'll see. All right, so there, I think, is that 4 inches? It's about around there. I'm close. Maybe a little bit extra. Maybe a little bit extra. Who knows? If you maybe use a measuring tape, if you're like into exactness, I'm just saying. All right. Yeah, it does go up a little bit on this side, I think. We'll try that again. So I'm trying to get it right at 4 inches on both sides. And in theory, the tape should be straight, right? Theory. All in theory. So, all right. Well, which way? All right, my live on Facebook, I always turn it around so you can see. And then I can't figure out which way is which. There we go. All right. There we go. Get things out of the way so I don't make a big mess. All right, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm actually kind of thinking about doing another one. Maybe not as thick. So I don't know. This one, eyeballing, totally eyeballing. I don't know. I'm more of an eyeballer. Are you an eyeballer or do you measure? I'd love to hear what other people do. I tend to just be an eyeballer. Hey, if that looks good enough, that's good enough, right? Good enough for jazz, as they used to say. I don't know who says that. Jazz players do. Good enough for jazz. Musicians say that, I guess. All right, this measuring thing, it's hard, especially when you're not a measurer. So what do you think? I'm thinking, do you think black? I think black across the middle, and then maybe I'll do some white lines. But that doesn't look straight at all, does it? This might be where, like, oh. If you're a measurer, please forgive me for my sins. That's all I have to say. I tell you what, I just like kind of measured that and it didn't look right to me. So eyeballing it is the way. That's what I say. So I think I'm going to do this middle part black, and I'm going to start with that because I want to be able to, whoops, flaky. I want to be able to get that dried. So we're going to start with that. And we're probably going to use a fair amount of water because it works better. I'm just going to spray this middle part, I think. Make sure this is down so it doesn't leak. And then go to it. I think I'll make sure I have my one that is kind of, I try to kind of keep one for dark and, ooh, oh yeah. Every time I come in here, oh, I should have something underneath this for reals. Because I'm a messy crafter. Are you messy crafters? Love to hear. Hey, Stacy. Good to see you. Just getting something to go underneath here now that I got everything measured out. And I always mess up, so you got to put something underneath it because nobody likes to clean it up. This is the Waverly chalk paste in ink, I think it is. Ink, and it is it is an acrylic, although it's chalk. It is acrylic. So it can be pretty permanent once it gets down. Ooh, that splattered everywhere. Just trying to kind of keep the brush wet. Get a little more of that. This isn't as dry. I'll get down to the bottom of the barrel in my white. I love this Waverly chalk paint. You can get it at Walmart. It's not too expensive. I get the big one, but they have little ones too. They're only just a couple bucks. And I really like those too. Then you could get some colors that you like, and they're kind of, you know, like, I don't know, Martha Stewart type, I guess you would say. Trying to get these edges. I don't want to get off the edge very much. I could always come back if you get it off the edge, which I did, because I'm messy. All right, I think I got it. Get some edges here. Seeing a little wood peeking through. See how this turns out. All right, there is the black, and of course I stuck it up in there too much. And then I don't think I'll need two different coats. I think this is going to be good on one coat. And then we're going to go ahead and, I actually got a new one of the white. My other white is kind of, oh yeah, so new. My other white is kind of getting, it's getting down to the bottom of the barrel. It's getting dry. It's hard to get my brush in there. So, and I've only got a little bit here to do. So I don't want to mess around with it. So Friday, any big plans for the weekend? We, for once, don't have a whole lot planned. I guess hubby is getting wood tomorrow with all the kids, so other than that, I don't think we have anything big. We got one out of the house this weekend. He's dog sitting. I think this should be, I shouldn't have to water it down too much. I'm going to try not to get it mixed in with the black. Wish me luck. I'm just going to do this little stripe on the top and bottom with the white. And I could see already the white isn't as, it's not covering as good as the black did. So lots of homeschooling in this weekend. We had, or this last week, solo ensemble happened. So that was lots of excitement. Wednesday, piano lessons. That was kind of my week. Just school, school, more school. Get the laundry done, right? All the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. And then this weekend, I don't know. It might be time to take down my Christmas decorations. What do you think? I need to change out my front door. Maybe stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll do that. I need to do something. I don't know what to do for my front door. I need to get the Christmas, will be known for Christmas, off of my front door. There might be a statute of limitations on Christmas decor. I've got the Christmas tree down. Majority of the decorations are down. I just have all the snowmen still up in my piano room. It's because I have to climb. I have to sort. I need to maybe purge some Christmas stuff because it's really starting to annoy me. All the Christmas stuff. I don't know. Do you always use the same Christmas stuff every year? Am I too late? All right. I think that's going to be good. Try to get that nice and even there. Got the white. Did I stick my arm in? That's the question. All right, we'll see. How did we do? That looks nice and crisp. That looks good. Looking good. Yay. This is the trick, not to get it all over. Let's see how this looks. Not too bad. Maybe that's too wide of a stripe. I don't know. I'm going to stick with it. These stripes kind of drive me crazy. I'm not as good about doing stripes. It's hard for me to get them right. And then if they leak over a little bit, it really drives me crazy. Just a little bit is enough to drive me crazy. But my tape stuck really nice tonight. It's looking good. What do you think? Woohoo! I'm excited. I'm actually very excited. I can't begin to tell you how excited I am that that worked. All right, there we go. So that is how we do one of those rounds. Maybe if I were to change it again, I would go ahead and, I guess that one's kind of low. I would go ahead and maybe make a wider one white on here and here, not have such a big gap. But I am good with it. I'm going to stick with it. And I see a little fleck of black. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oops. And now now I did it. I tried to get the black speck off and had some white paint on there. Nice job, huh? Get that off. And of course, it's the acrylic paint, right? All right, I'm going to try to get those brushes out so they don't keep getting me. All right, get this out. It's better to view. I didn't do too bad. Not so bad so far. All right, I'm going to take a dryer to this a little bit and get that dry because I don't want to do the next layer and get it. Oh my goodness, I don't know what happened to my cord. I don't want it to come up. I don't want it to change. I'm afraid to breathe on this now. It looks so good. I'm excited. Got a little fuzz on there. I don't know. What do you think? Not too bad, huh? Pretty good for a messy crafter. That's what I think. As they would say in the music business, good enough for jazz. I'll make sure this is good and dry here. And then I'm going to take and put some wax on this. And I have a new... Oh, my cord is way down there. Way down there. I have a new toy. Got a couple orders in this week. Wax applicator. That's what this is. This is for our wax. Our surface wax, which I'm going to use on here so it doesn't lift up. I'm hoping that is dry enough to put some surface wax on there. See, that fits right in there. You just use this. Better than using a big... Let's see if we could do this without getting black all over, right? I might be... I'm going to go back to my towel because I don't want to wreck my new applicator. I don't want it to look black. This is just going to keep it... It seals the wood. Anything wood you want to wax. So, and I'm actually going to go all the way up with the wax because I think it makes a difference in the way the wood looks. You can use any wax you want, but I like the, I like our surface wax. It uses very little. It doesn't have any odor to it. Like if you've ever used Minwax, holy cow, that stuff is out to get you. So you just kind of wax on, wax off. You just want to rub it in really nice. It doesn't take that much. I am putting a little bit in because I do see it kind of absorbing in, and I want it to not absorb my paint and make it kind of run. It'll look like it's run if you don't wax it. All right, that wax on there. Now we are going to, oops, little piece of fuzz. I'm going to set that over there. And we're going to get this one out. Hello, Sunshine. What do you think, I suppose I should just do spring, right? What do you think? Spring? So if you want any of the supplies for this, the rounds, we actually carry rounds with Chalk Couture. These are reusable transfers, and I'm going to just be cutting them off, but I'm going to be, you could cut them right from the backing, but I'm going to leave them on the backing. Personally, I like them that way because then I can get them all matched up again. It's kind of like a puzzle piece then. I know what pieces I'm missing, and I have like dropped one here or there, or lost it in the sink or whatever, and then I'm like, where did that go? So at least I know what's missing. But if you have all these little parts, yeah, you have the backing, because what you do is you wash these with water. These are all water washed, you know, washable, and then you can go ahead, and I know I'm going to be using this Hello, so we'll get that one off for sure. There we go. Hear a truck outside. I don't know. The dogs are barking. The trucks are running. Friday night in small town America, I guess. All right, we're going to get out the spring. They have these like guidelines. You just have to cut them apart, which is nice. I'm not a very straight cutter, so again, do what I say, not what I do. So I think I'm going to commit to spring. What do you think? Hello, spring. Boy, I don't know whose dog that is. And do you think the sprig goes with it? I suppose it does, huh? All right, that gets us started at least. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to file. I'm going ahead and fuzzing this. This is our first time using it, so I'm putting on a fuzzing towel cloth. You could do this on your shirt, but you just want to do that so it doesn't stick really super hard. I'm just going to set that aside for now because I'm going to start with spring and put that on there. Let's see. How do I want to do it? Boy. Let your dog in. That's what I have to say. Why must the dogs bark? Can you all hear that? The dogs? Oh, and then my heater goes in. Oh my goodness, I came in here. It was like super hot. I'm in the Airstream, a little vintage Airstream. Just trying to see this. So about that far. Again, eyeballing it, right? Let's see if that works. And then to here, here, 3 fingers. Oh, what do you think? White? I think white. I think we're gonna go with white. Let's see. Not feeling super inspired tonight, but I'm kind of excited to be doing some, get that down really good. You don't want any bubbles in it. All right. I think I'm gonna mix this up a little. Good. Looks like maybe I sprayed it. So this is our chalk paste. I think it was getting dry, and before I closed it up I did spritz it. It is water soluble and it's washable, so the nice thing is if it does dry up, which mine sometimes does dry up, because like this one I used for demo at Christmas time, so that tells you how long this has actually been used. Quite a bit. Generally though, right, you don't have to add water or anything. You kind of want it to be like yogurt consistency. And I'm definitely getting some dry edges on this. So just, it's been well used. Let's put it that way. Lots of projects being done with this. We're just going to get this reconstituted a little bit. I need to make some bunny stuffies. I want to make some bunny stuffies, but I guess I gotta put Christmas away because Christmas is in front of where I think my fabric is that I can use. I have some like painter's cloth. Is it, you know, for whatever. I did some furniture covering with it years ago. And it's the odds and ends, and it works perfectly for making little stuffies or pillows or whatever, and it's great for doing chalking on. So, but I want to make some bunny stuffies because remember that carrot patch? If you didn't see that carrot patch kit I did earlier this week, I want to put a bunny in the middle. And I went to Target, to the dollar spot. I found perfect little white, like ceramic bunny to put in there, and it doesn't fit. He's too fat. So I'm back to my plan of making bunny stuffies so that I could put it in there, because the stuffies will go in there. Just want a bunny in the middle. I don't know. So my carrot patch, it's black and white, and then the little orange carrots. So I got to decide what color. It's such a big decision, right? What color to do. I'm gonna use this one. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead, just like butter, and put it on. Real quick, we're gonna work somewhat quickly because we don't want it to sit and dry up in the screen. It's okay if you put too much, you're just gonna put it back in. It's just like spreading butter. If you could spread butter, you could do this. You do not have to have any special skills. The great thing is that you could be crafty without being super like imaginative. Like you don't have to come up with the craft. You could totally copy, you know, different ideas that other people do. It's so easy. We have kits that you could do. I did that carrot kit earlier this week, like I said, and so now I want to do stuffies. Rabbit stuffies. So that's my next project I gotta have coming up here. Oops. Got a little there. And then all you do is once you put it on there is you peel and reveal. Look. Perfect. I like it. What do you think? Isn't that nice? So nice. All right, this we're just gonna put back onto our backing, and I'm gonna wash that later underwater with a little bit with my with a board eraser. They're kind of like magical, what am I trying to say? Magical, you know, the magic erasers. They're like magic erasers, but they're not as, they don't fall apart as quickly. They actually work nicer. All right, so now we have that down, and I think it looks really great, don't you? It looks so nice. Can't get my cover back on. Got too much around the edge, I think. I always think, oh, I'm gonna clean that up. I never do. Oh, look at this, I got garbage. Okay, so I think I'm gonna dry this a little bit if I can get this out again. Hopefully we don't unplug it. I just wanna make sure this is not gonna come up when I put hello up here. It's a little bit nicer weather, but it does look like it's going to storm out, and I don't know. Old age is catching up to me. Feeling older and older. So old. Okay. Now I want to do the hello. And I'm probably going to turn this around on you so that I can see it again and line it up. So I apologize, but there it is. Isn't that the cutest? I think it looks really cute. Here's the question. Do I kind of want to do black? So I can't go over that black border. Do I line it? I think over here. What do you think? Or do I, because there's the lines there. All right. Now, I have to line up with my lines. The lines look right, right? All right, here we go. I think that's going to be a good spot. And I'm going to use black. I hope this is black. Black velvet. One of my favorites. And I did wax there, so hopefully that'll prevent us from having it spread too much. See how we can do this. And then there are some greens that kind of go with the spring. Whoops. So I need to decide what to do with that, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think this hello is going to be cute. I could kind of like if you hear like kind of bubbles popping, that means there might be a little bubble underneath, and I'm afraid somewhere in my hello I might be leaking a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully not. Nope, it didn't. It did good. I actually think that looks really good. I'm excited. That looks good. Put that on my backing so I can wash that in a minute. All right, what do you think? What do you think? Isn't that nice and clean? Kind of looks nice. I love it. Love, love, love. I could still see this little whiteness right here that I kind of put over the edge here. I want to get that off. All right. Hopefully it'll come off. All right, now for the greens. I love this. I think this looks really cute. I'm trying to decide, what do you think? Do I just overlap and do it on this side to kind of counterbalance it? Anybody have any? Remember, if you comment, that helps me out a ton, because then I know you're out there. It helps me. It also gets me to the top, so make sure that you... I'm going to overlap. I'm going to overlap my G a little bit, and I think I'm going to use a new color. This is Shimmer Eucalyptus. I just got this in today, so I think I'm going to try this one out and see how this looks. Kind of excited. I don't know how I missed this, like in my first orders. I don't know. I guess I was so excited about all the different new transfers that I wasn't ordering new pastes and inks. I was just like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. And I was getting all the different, everything else. I always get overly excited about, so that's where we're going to put that. And I always like to mix, even though this is a brand, ooh, look at that. That is the color. Isn't that pretty? It's got shimmers in it. I always like to mix the shimmers regardless of how, like this is brand new. It's just come out of the shipping. And so it probably has a good mix on it, but I'm going to mix it anyway because sometimes the shimmers sort of settle down into the paste bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that up a little so that we make sure all the shimmer is mixed in. We want all the glitter we possibly can. Nice thing about shimmer is you don't have to like use glitter everywhere. And it still gives it a little bit of little bling without oops, that lifted a little. I hope that didn't smear. Please no. Sometimes I luck out. That one lifted a little bit. I don't know if it's just because of the wax or whatever. All right, so we take the extra off, put it back in the bin because we want to utilize everything we possibly can, use it later. And I'm going to set that aside. I'll wash that again with water. This is a brand new color, Shimmer Eucalyptus Shimmer. Ooh, it's pretty. That is pretty. Isn't that pretty? You can see just a little bit of like shimmer there. It is wet, but it also like has just a little touch of shimmer. I think that looks perfect. I love that. So now, the only other thing I have to do is get a hanger on this and possibly a bow. Possibly a bow. That dog is just gonna bark and bark and bark and bark. I could even do a little bit of greens or something on there if I wanted, but I kind of like the simplicity of it. I don't even know. Nah, I don't want to do bunnies. Not into the bunnies. What do I have up here? Ooh, some gray. I don't know. I like the simplicity of it personally, so I'll probably keep working on it. Check back with me. Make sure you get into my Facebook, Prairie Scraps Chalkin', and check out some of the projects as I finish them up. This is going to be one of them because I haven't totally decided. And I may have to, like, I want to wait till this is fully dry here, and you don't have to wait through that. But I will probably hot glue, like, a hanger on it so that it, you know, has a nice hanger. But isn't it cute? I'm so excited. That was so easy peasy to make. I just think it's so beautiful. So thanks so much for joining me, and make sure that you do all the things. Subscribe, like, you know, comment. That helps me get to the top. If you're not watching the little red button, make sure you put #replay. And thanks so much for joining me. Keep on crafting.